What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How's it going? So today we have a very, very interesting one. And I'm not going to lie, I've been immersed in this story for the last 3 days and enamored by it. Good morning, by the way. Good evening, depending on where you're at. It's a good evening for me. Good afternoon. Maybe you're somewhere where it's the afternoon time. But I need everybody to do me a favor right now and hit that like button, because that's going to bring more people to this live. And this one is going to be lit. All right. I'm not going to lie. This one is a good one. What's up? Just one shot. Because the Ponzi scheme has been revealed more than ever right now with all of this GME and AMC stuff. And I'm going to bring it to light for everybody so that everybody understands. And then I'm going to show you what the solution is. Okay. So again, I need for you to hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribe, because you're going to like this content so much. You're going to want to keep coming back for more and more and more. So a little bit about the GME stuff that's been going on. Okay, so I all of a sudden, like 2 days ago, I jump in and I see that that like lighting up. All right, it's going crazy, and there is all sorts of people that are talking about. Oh shoot! Can you guys see my screen here? There we go. All right. It's a little laggy today, a little laggy. So I start to see that, oh wait, hold on. Let me maximize this because we got to make this big. We got to make this big. All right, let's stop this screen. All right. So a couple years ago, a story broke and the stock market basically broke when we had these guys called Wall Street Bets come out, and basically they started longing the market. And so what ended up happening was there was a whole bunch of people shorting the market, and we're going to talk about what a short and a long and leveraged is like. So don't worry, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you're going to understand here in a little bit. But when I saw this, like this was in March or something of 2021, when I saw this go down, I was in DeFi and like I was making good money, and I was just like, oh man, this is great. Crypto's great. It's a new way to make money. But where it really got interesting is when it exposed what was going on with the traditional markets that made decentralized finance so attractive to me. And ever since then, I have like, there's nothing else that exists. Like I've had friends try to bring me over to the TradFi, and I've dabbled into it. And every single time I'm like, this is dumb. This is so dumb, because it's all coming over to DeFi because it is so inefficient. It's so inefficient. So when I saw this news start to break again, I was like, wait a second. What in the heck is going on here? And I started to see crypto Twitter just light up and go absolutely crazy. Okay. It just went absolutely crazy. And I'm seeing GME pop up. I mean, more than Donald Trump. Okay. And all of it. Can you guys see my screen here where it says short selling? Ruben, I can't see anybody. So, all right, cool. All right. Looks like we can see it. So I want to educate everybody here. I know some of you may already know what short selling is, but I want to bring to light the whole thing. And we're not going to just talk about short selling. We're going to be talking a whole host of different things here. Okay. So let's start a little bit on what short selling is. Okay. In a traditional market for short selling, okay, you have some collateral that you put up. Let's say you put up $1,000 worth of collateral. And I'm going to keep this real simple because it's a little bit more complex than this, but I want to make it so that everybody can go, oh, okay, I understand. Okay. So let's say I've got collateral of $1,000. Okay. what I do is I end up going and I borrow some shares against a company, okay, such as like GME. And at that point in time, let's say, just to keep everything super simple, each share is worth $100. Okay, so each share is worth $100, totaling $1,000, and I borrow $1,000 worth of my shares. So I have $1,000 here. I put it up as collateral. I tell the bank, look, I'm going to borrow these shares just in case this thing goes south on me. You guys can take my $1,000 right away. So no harm, no foul to you. Okay, so I take that $1,000 worth of shares, and then I sell those shares into dollars. Okay, I sell those shares into dollars. Now, let's say, for instance, the stock goes down. Okay, so the stock goes from, let's say, 100 all the way down to 50. Okay, from January to July. Okay, well, I still owe those shares because remember up here, I borrowed these shares. So I have to actually pay these shares back to the person that I borrowed against them. Okay, so what ends up happening is I go, oh, great. I still owe you your shares, except now, instead of those shares being worth $1,000, each one of those shares is now worth $50. Okay, $50 each times 10 turns into $500. So I buy back the GME shares and I profit $500. All right. Are we clear on that? Are we clear on that? Is everybody clear on that? I need to see yes, because this is going to be super educational and I don't want to move on. If everybody's like, no, I don't understand that. If there's a few of you that don't, you can come back and watch this, but I need for everybody to be typing in the chat right now. I need some interaction here so that I know that I'm on the right track. Okay, perfect. Okay, so everybody understands this. Okay, so let's move on. Here's the problem with AMC and GME. Okay, so what ended up happening was a bunch of hedge funds that borrowed money, okay, in order to short or long different stocks. Now, in this situation, they were shorting GME and AMC. So meaning they were betting that it was going to go down. But here's the problem, okay? The collateral that was being used was other shorts and longs. So in essence, it wasn't like they had a whole bunch of cash just sitting there going like, yo, here's my $1,000. And if the stock goes down, then bank, you can grab that $1,000. Instead, they put up all of these positions, the short positions and the long positions, up as collateral. Okay. So this is super, super, super volatile. In fact, it's a house of cards. Why? Well, we have something called a liquidation price. Okay. So let's say, for instance, I've borrowed this money, and in order for the bank to protect its investment, because remember, the bank up here lended us $1,000, right? Against this. Well, if the price of GME goes up, let's say to $200, and this is an exact math, okay? Then the bank may have an arrangement with me that says, listen, if the stock goes up to $200, because remember, I'm betting that the stock is going to go down. If it goes in the opposite direction and goes up, and let's say the bank says, listen, Gaven, if the stock goes up by $200, we've got to take some of our loan back. And so they can go in and let's say it goes up by $200. Well, that means the price has doubled, meaning they're going to take all of my $1,000 back, and they have something to back it so that there's no harm, no foul. But if you've got a whole bunch of collateral that is basically longs and shorts, we got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. We got a problem. So let's keep going. Now, if they have to buy the stock back, because remember, if the stock price goes up, that means that these people who borrowed against the stock now have to go and buy the stock back. And what happens if they have to buy the stock back? Price goes up more, because the more buying I do, the higher the price. The more selling I do, the lower the price. Is everybody with me on this? Let me see. Let me come back here. Is everybody with me on this? I have to have everybody here with me. Hoping everybody is following. Let's see. I'm waiting. Yes. Okay, cool. Luxury brokers here. Andrew Hester is. I need to see this yes go like parabolic, like the Bitcoin chart is going to be going in the next few days. All right, cool. Melanated 8, how's it going? All right, everybody's here with me. Now it gets worse. All right, this is like blood. This is like blood flowing down from each letter because it gets worse. Here's the problem. Hedge funds were able to borrow up to 100x of their position. So remember up here where they borrowed only $1,000 and it was highly collateralized. So the bank could come in and be like, yo, all right, give it to me. And that's it. We're good. We're square because I can take this anytime I want to. Well, guess what? These banks got super greedy and they're like, hey, we'll lend you up to 100 times. Meaning, if this thing goes down by $1, because remember, we're shorting the market, you would make $100 per dollar invested. So let me repeat that. If this thing goes down by $1, for every $1 it would go down, you would make $100. Okay? That's huge. In fact, and here's where it gets juicy. Okay? 5x was over the float stock, or so 5x was over the float stock was leveraged. So let me break this down for you. So what is float stock? Float stock is the available amount of stock to be traded. Okay? Listen to my words right now. Float stock is the available amount of stock to be traded. The banks loaned 5 times more the amount of actual stocks available to be traded. Is that possible? Is that even possible? Hold on, I need to clean this video camera is so dirty. I need to clean it a little bit. Is that even possible? I want to hear. Is that even possible? Float stock. Float, like floating on a boat. It defies gravity. It defies gravity. Okay? So what ended up happening, or what's starting to happen, is we're starting to have this domino effect. All right? And if you can't see, this says screwed. All right? Now, it gets worser. All right? It gets worser. This is like a pool of blood. Before we were just like little pinpricks of blood coming from our fingers, right? Now, remember how all of the collateral is backed by longs and shorts of these hedge funds? Y'all remember how we talked about that up here? Okay, where was it? Right here. So all the collateral, and this, by the way, the biggest culprits of this are JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. All the collateral, or a lot of it, is backed by longs and shorts of these hedge funds. And here's the wildest part. Trading stopped 38 times on May 14th of 2024. Trading stopped 38 times on May 14th of 2024. For two little stupid meme stocks. Two little stupid meme stocks. Meaning these stocks account for, I mean, if they account for 0.001% of the stock market, I would be blown away. And what happened, okay, is egregious. So it gets more worser, all right? And this is a nuclear explosion, okay? It's been stated that JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs currently right now in what are called derivatives, which are directly linked to all of these loans out to all of these hedge funds and big family offices, is in the realm of $49 trillion with a T. $49 trillion. Okay. The federal deficit right now, meaning the amount of money that the United States owes, is $34 trillion. So imagine this, guys and gals. Imagine now we've got something where the Ponzi scheme is exposed and it's starting to domino. In fact, it's starting to domino so much that on the day that these stocks went up like crazy, okay, what ended up happening was $5 billion was liquidated in shorts just from these two stocks. Just from these two stocks. $5 billion. And I don't know exactly how many hedge funds went out of business, but I'm sure that a few of them did. All right. And this is the same thing that happened back in 2021. Okay. And my suspicion is that these big banks went on a rampage, either shoring up because you can add collateral in order to make sure that that you don't get liquidated, causing a cascade of sales or buys of the stocks, right? So what I think happened within the last 2 years is they went on a rampage, and I don't have all of the news clips here, but there's one news clip after another saying like, oh, these memes stock coins, it was just a fad. It was, sell these stocks, they suck. It was the mainstream media that was telling you, CNBC and Bloomberg and Forbes. They're like, this is hogwash. It's never going to happen. And now it's starting to come to light why they were doing that, why they cared so much about this. And it is because if the selling starts just with this, it can trickle into the rest of the entire stock market. And I was like, when I started reading this, I was like, oh my fucking gosh, what is going on here? What is going on here? This is like, I can't even believe what I'm reading. So now you go from screwed to, well, effed. Why? Here's the worst part about it. And this is where I'm going to start talking about the solution. Is there's no transparency about it. Zero. We don't know how much of it is actually collateralized in the world. It's so muddy and it's so ugly and it's so greedy, and these guys can try to shore up the money and be pulling money from here and there, and you wouldn't even know it until maybe something else collapses. Or so we don't even know how deep this goes because there's no transparency. These guys can do whatever they want. In fact, let me show you something here. Oh, whoops. This is the wrong one. Let me pull this down here. I think it's this one here. Let me pull up the right one for everybody. Okay, check this out. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to make it smaller. When I'm not in my office, I got like all these screens and then they're just popping up. They're like in different areas where I have like all my monitors in the office. So I'll be back in my office in about a week. So I've been traveling for over a month, and I'm actually glad that I am going home. No, here it is. All right, so check this out. Let's see here. So this guy tweeted, woman, Genevieve Roque Decter. Okay, Goldman was just fined $3 million for mistakenly making. Let's make this bigger. Okay, Goldman was just fined $3 million, which is nothing for them. $3 million is like, I mean, it's not even a haircut for them. All right, for mistakenly marking short sales as longs, and it allowed the firm to short millions of shares while short sale circuit breakers were in effect over a period of time. What? Hold on, time out. And see, this is what blows me away, all right, when I see stuff like this. And by the way, I need for you guys to smash this like button and share this, please. Share this with the people that you know. I'm on live right now. I need as many people to see this because this is how we're going to get out of this old system. It's by talking about this. It's by sharing valuable information like this. So I need for everybody to do that. And if you haven't subscribed, you got to subscribe right now because we're going to keep bringing really good information like this here down the next years. All right. The next years we're going to be doing this, but we need more people. The algorithm's going to pick up more people. We're going to be doing this here. We're going to be talking about serious stuff here. Now, the reason this is so foreign to me, this concept where like these guys, Goldmans, were able to make shorts as longs on the back end is because you can't do that in crypto. You can't do that on the blockchain. And I'm about to show you why, because when you've got things that are on the blockchain, okay, it is what it is. There is no changing it. Okay? There's no changing it. There is no altering it. All right, let's take a look at this. Can everybody see my DeFi Llama here? Ruben. Okay, we can see it. All right. So this is called DeFi Llama. Okay. DeFi Llama is connected to the blockchain. All right. It is connected to the blockchain. And in fact, let's even go deeper here. Let's go to Etherscan. This is the blockchain right here. So I can see every single transaction from any wallet in the world. And I can see if somebody says, oh, we've got $1 billion in loans or $1 billion in collateral, I can see it. Now, we have interfaces like DeFi Llama that enable us to see even deeper, and it's in a way that is easy to read. Like a professional like me, I can go in, I can read the blockchain. I've been reading the blockchain since 2017, so I really, really understand it. But if you're a novice and you're like, oh, and not that I don't use this, but if like this were to go down or every single one of these things were to go down, I could go to the blockchain and go, oh, okay, it's right here. I can see it. Can't be hacked, can't be tampered with. Okay, and this is what the United States is so afraid of. This is why we have people like Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler, who, by the way, was one of the top executives at Goldman Sachs, going, crypto is a scam. But yet we've got $49 trillion that could collapse the entire world, and they're still fucking worried about Ethereum being a security or a commodity? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm sorry, maybe YouTube's gonna get mad at me for saying the F word, but there is a hidden agenda here. And if you believe that, type that in the chat. Give me your theory on this, because it's happening in real time. Because here, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, they cannot shore up the books. They cannot manipulate the blockchain. They can, I mean, no, they can't. I was going to say maybe if they had like trillions of dollars, they couldn't even do it with trillions of dollars, because it would turn into quadrillions of dollars in order for them to do it. It'd be so expensive for them to do it that it's impossible. But you can see here, we've got $92.58 billion in total value locked in all of decentralized finance. And if I want to go granular and go into one of the decentralized apps like Aave, I can come in here and take a look. Oh, okay, 10.76 billion is locked here. Okay, now this is a borrowing and lending protocol. Okay, and it's on multiple different blockchains, but there's no lying. You can't come and be like, oh, well, there's like $10 million in collateral, but $20 million in loans. It doesn't work that way. They won't. The smart contracts, which is the code that governs this, doesn't allow it to happen. And if it were to allow it to happen, we would see, and it would be called out, and you would stop using Aave. Okay, and it's plain as sight. Now let's take a look. This is Aave here. You can take a look at the market. So this is on the Polygon network, okay, on the Polygon blockchain. And you can see that there's a total market size of $505 million, okay, as put up as collateral. And the total available to borrow is $339 million. And the total that is borrowed is $165 million. So I can clearly see in three freaking numbers, guys, if this is working or it's not, or if these guys have a bad business model, okay, in three numbers. And best of all, let's do this. I'm going to show you all. Let's go back to markets here. Okay, so I'm going to actually pull out a loan. I'm going to pull out a loan right in front of everybody's face here. All right. And I'm going to do it without the necessity for JP Morgan Chase to check if I even have collateral, or Goldman Sachs. Why? Because it's trustless. It's trustless. You don't need to trust this, because the smart contract says, okay, put up collateral, and if there's enough money there, we'll lend you money. But if it goes down, we're going to liquidate you. We're going to liquidate you with the amount of money. All right, so let's go here. I'm going to supply some collateral. I want to show you how easy this is. All right, so I'm going to supply 0.1 Ethereum right here. All right, so I'm signing a smart contract right now. Okay, this is a smart contract. This is one of my wallets. This is like my testing wallet. All right, I'm going to sign this smart contract, and I also have, oh, what happened here? Hold on, everybody. Let me make sure that I'm on the right. Oh, wait, I was on the wrong one. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. All right, we're going to actually go watch. Okay, now watch this. Okay, I was on the wrong wallet. So check this out. This is how impromptu we're going to be. Okay, I'm going to actually go to another borrowing and lending protocol. All right, so check this out. Let's go to Venus, which is on another blockchain, and I'm going to show you right now. All right, so Venus is on, and again, this is all open to the public. So let's go to venus.io. Okay, and then I'm going to go launch app, and check this out. This is actually good because now you know that I'm not just like setting this up and how fast these things take. All right. And then we're going to talk about this. So we're going to go here. Now let's take a look at BNB. All right. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I've already supplied assets here, but I'm going to go ahead and supply a little bit more. All right. So supplyable amount is 0.42. So I'm going to supply 0.1 BNB. All right. Or let's do 0.4. All right. 0.4 BNB. Oh, wait, that's too much. Sorry. 0.3 BNB because I need some for gas. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to sign this smart contract. This time it'll work. All right, so I'm signing it on my hard wallet, right, for extra protection. And by the way, guys, gals, this is what we teach. All right, this is what we teach. Let me throw in a little 20-second commercial here. All right, if you're interested in becoming your own bank and you want to get out of a Ponzi scheme that's going to collapse eventually, all right, you want to learn from the pros. You want to learn from people who have been doing this, who have made mistakes, who have succeeded. Come over. We have a 7-day free trial. And then we also have a discount thereafter. If you're interested, it's from $194 all the way down to $97 per month. And that just includes your ongoing education. We're going to be teaching you, showing you what we're investing in. This market is constantly moving. We're constantly showing you new things. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the chat. And there's a link down below. It should be like probably right down here. Click on that. I want to see you guys in class because these are the valuable things that we teach you. All right. So I already supplied it. I just supplied 0.16 BNB. Now, here's what I want to do. How in the other thing, I put up some collateral and I wanted to borrow some money against it in terms of like GME. Okay. So let's say I've got BNB. And I want to borrow some Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin is going to go down in value, which it's not. It's going to go up. It's going to go sky high. But let's say I want to do that, okay? What I'll do is I'll come here. Let's see here. I'll come here and then I'll go, okay, I want to borrow some Bitcoin, if they even have Bitcoin anymore. Where is Bitcoin? All right, let's say that they don't have Bitcoin at the time here. Let's say I want to borrow some Ethereum because I think Ethereum is going to go down. So I come here, I hit borrow, okay? And then let's say I want to borrow the limit, which I do not recommend, all right? Because I have been liquidated, all right? So I'm going to borrow at high risk. I'm going to sit here, but I just ignore all the signs, but I want to borrow. I'm just like, give me my money. I want to borrow this money right now because I think it's going to go down in value. So now, what did I do? I'm signing a smart contract right here. And guess what? Watch this. Once this transaction has confirmed, the Ethereum will now be in my wallet. Transaction confirmed. All right, so now look at this. View on BSC scan. This is the blockchain. Here's the transaction. Here's how I was able to borrow 0.103004329, whatever, Ethereum, okay? And now I can hold this in my wallet, all right? And if it starts to go down, well, hold on. I would have to sell it, right? I would have to sell it in order and hold cash. But if it were to go down, which I'm not going to sell it because it's not going to go down. I think Ethereum is going to go up. I get to hold this Ethereum. But if it goes up and I sold it into cash, well, I got to buy that Ethereum back at a higher price, right? But nonetheless, here's what I'm trying to get at. When it comes to DeFi, it's very simple to see where you're at, all right? It's very, very simple to see that you exactly where you are and exactly where others are. And it's very transparent, okay? That for me is the most important thing out of all of this is that, look, I don't know for a fact, maybe it's 100 trillion that JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs has. Maybe it's 2 trillion. Maybe it's a billion. I don't know. But I can't see that. Here, I can see it. Here, I can see it. Here, I can go, oh, wait, look. Okay, Aave does have this. Or let's take a look at, here, you can even see overview. I'm sure it has Venus here somewhere because Venus is a pretty big, right here, Venus. So I can come in here and be like, okay, is Venus doing good? Yep, 1.7 billion in total value locked. Shows the token price because there's a token backed by it. It shows the amount borrowed, $882. It shows total liquidity. It shows the fees that have been earned, the revenue, 22 million. It shows everything. Shows everything, guys and gals. All right. This is the way transparency looks like. This is how the new system is going to be. And this is why these clowns don't want you to know about this. This is why they're trying to kill it, specifically the Democratic Party. Elizabeth Warren, the champion for the people, right? She's all against big banks, which is kind of funny because she used to represent them when she was a lawyer back in the day. So all of a sudden she's flipped. I don't think so. Okay, but here's the thing. You have these people who have alternate intentions from us. How is it that you're supposed to protect people if you can't even be transparent? Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Just trust me. I'm good for the money. No, I don't want to trust you because if I put my money in as a loan to you, I want to make sure that there's enough collateral coming back to me so I don't get screwed. Are you guys all in the same boat as me, by the way? And by the way, there's some more of you here. Smash that like button, please, for me. We got to get more people to this video because this video is going to be one of the most important ones, in my opinion, that I put out. I know it was a little choppy because I just put this together. I wasn't even supposed to be presenting today. But when I saw this, I pulled Coach Igor off. I said, Coach Igor, sorry, bro. I got to jump in on this one. He's going to be presenting next week, which is going to be really good. Yeah, they are liars. Annie Mir put it perfectly. These people are liars. I can't lie. Let me share you with something with you guys, okay, and gals. Let me share one more thing with you, okay? Let's come back to this screen here. All right, let's go to Enzyme. Or let's go to the Taurus Managed Vault. All right, this is a pool of money that me and two of let's go to managedvault.io. That me and our coaches manages. Okay, me and a group of my coaches. Man, what's going on here? Let's go to Enzyme. All right, this one should work. All right, there you go. Oh, I guess they're... Oh, maybe... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, right here. So this is a pool of money that me and my coaches manage, okay? Me and a few of my coaches manage. Guys, gals, we can't lie. In a hedge fund, you can lie. And by the way, I've done classes on this. I've never done a YouTube live. Maybe I should. Maybe I will.
Hey, Gavan, we're not seeing the screen.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Share this down. Okay, there we go. All right, you guys can see that now. Okay, so this is our managed vault. Okay, this is our managed vault. This is where you're able to deposit your money using your hard wallet, your soft wallet if you want to. I don't recommend that. I recommend a hard wallet always, okay? Where you can deposit money in here using a smart contract. We manage it. I don't have custody of your money. I'm just able to manage it. And you can see every single move that we're making in real time. You can see them all right here. And you can even, and this is all connected to the blockchain, everybody, fully transparent. We're changing the way finance looks. We're changing the way finance looks like. And it's becoming more transparent. This to me is the most important thing, because if we're not getting more transparent, it just is, they're just going to be controlling our lives more and more. And I really think that the Biden administration, they're not going to lose on immigration. They're not going to lose on taxes. In my opinion, where they're going to lose is crypto. They're going to lose. Crypto is going to be the nail in the last nail in their coffin, because of this, the transparency. And think of it this way. We could even do our voting on the blockchain, and it could be fully transparent to make sure that the people who are voting are citizens. I saw a video. It was wild. It was wild that there's people like in Laguna Beach, and I love Laguna Beach. I used to live near Laguna Beach. I used to surf Laguna Beach all the time. But there's people who have literally just abandoned the concept of like, hey, this is my country, and we want to make sure that our values and our people are taken care of, right? They're like, this guy's going around asking like, do you mind if illegal immigrants vote? And Laguna Beach has always been very, very liberal. And I used to be liberal. I'm like more socially liberal, fiscally conservative. But I was like, all these people saying, yes, it's okay for them to vote. And I'm sitting here like, what are you guys thinking? Like, the problem is that the Biden administration is letting them all in, and they're going after more power, more taxes, more regulation. And it's going to stifle, if they win, it's going to stifle the United States of America. More wars, which is even worse. More wars. And so I'm sitting here going like, what are these people saying? They don't care. Like, he's just interviewing random people. Yeah, it's okay if they vote. I'm cool with it if they vote. What? Come on. Like, and it wasn't even like, oh, what if they had a green card? Or what if they're working here legally? It wasn't even that. It was, they're here illegal. They just crossed the border yesterday. Yeah, I'm cool with it. They should decide my future. I just lived through a vote in Panama. Okay. Only citizens, and 77% of the people got out and voted. All right. And they don't mess around down there. They will shut the country down with protests if they see something that is unjust, something the US doesn't do anymore. It's too big, I think, too. Panama's much smaller, so it's easier to coordinate. But man, I'm telling you, I was like so disappointed to hear that. So disappointed. And I don't, like, usually I don't get involved in politics, but man, this year, totally gonna be involved in politics, because, and most people are like, well, you don't live in the US, so how does it affect you? And I see all these, there's certain crypto people, they're like, oh, this doesn't affect me. I don't live in the US. Do you know where the majority of crypto traders are? Do you know where the majority of Bitcoin miners are? It's in the United States, bro and dudette. All right. So if you don't think that this is going to affect you, you're wrong. If you live outside the US, you're wrong. I mean, you may be able to custody your money, but in terms of, let's say, even short to medium term, it could be devastating to the crypto market. Devastating. Now, there'll probably always be opportunities out there. Okay, always opportunities in crypto. There are always opportunities. And you can always short the market, but I prefer to long it, because I vote for crypto. I vote for transparency. That to me is the most important thing, is a real, true, transparent government that doesn't overspend. So, and by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this, but they're letting RFK into the debate now. on CNN, which is going to be super interesting. And depending on what polls you're following, he's ahead by a couple of points of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Both of them are, I don't know, just one is, he's just too much. I mean, he's got a rap sheet. And even before all of this, that where they went after him, which which has pumped him up. I think if they would have just let him alone, he wouldn't even be in this position. But Joe Biden, dude, the guy's half dead. They just interviewed him on CNN. If you haven't seen it and you want to see the leader of the free world, go watch that interview that was done last week. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous. Anyways, one last time, guys and gals, we have a free 7 days to our community. These are the sorts of things that we talk about. We teach them, though, in detail. We show you how to become your own bank. Like, I've been traveling now for a month and a few days. No, a month and a day right now, okay? And thanks to my own bank, thanks to my crypto, it doesn't matter what country I'm in. Right now I'm in Russia. Tomorrow I'm going to be in Turkey. I was in Dubai before, all right? I was in another, it might as well have been another country. I was in Siberia, all right? And because of crypto, I've been able to free myself up and I've been able to spend money like nothing. Nobody to stop me. Nobody to say, oh, you're in Russia. You can't spend money in Russia. Oh, yes, I can. Watch me. All right? So please, 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 everybody, if you're interested in learning, 7 days free trial. If we're not aligned, you can always cancel. If you want to just learn for a couple of months, it's $97 per month. We have a discount on it right now, 50%, half off. Sign up, get in that class, and let's get you learning how to become your own bank, because it's becoming more and more evident. And let's say this, able to ban crypto in the United States, but if you're holding it here or here, which we teach you how to hold it here if you want, they can't take it from you. They can't take it from you. The SEC can't take it from you. The DOJ can't take it from you. All right. Unless you committed a crime, then they're coming for you. But if you didn't commit a crime, all right, and there's too many of you holding it in cold storage that they're not going to go door to door. Otherwise, I think there would be way more problems. But guys, gals, I'm telling you right now, get into class. This could be one of the most important decisions of your life. And I live it. I don't just sit here and just say like, oh yeah, do what I do, but I'm doing something different. I'm telling you right now, I'm able to travel all around the world. I'm able to grow my money as my own bank. I'm able to lend money to other people as my own bank. I'm able to provide liquidity so people can trade peer-to-peer from me. Guys, gals, we're the real deal. So sign up, get in. Let's make this happen. I'm super excited for all of you, seeing you in class. I got to jam to my next meeting. Lots of love for you, though. I'll see you later. All right, everybody. Cheers.